Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tito. I'm a Nigerian photographer and YouTuber. And if by the end of this video you find that you enjoyed what I said or you found it informative or helpful, please remember to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as well. In today's video, I want to talk about my country, Nigeria. And this may be a recurring theme on this channel because for one thing, there's lots to talk about. And secondly, our elections are around the corner. In a few months, in less than a year, we're going to be going to the polls to, vote for a few positions in government. But in this video, I want to talk about the video released by Falz. Last week, he released a video called This Is Nigeria. It's a cover of Childish Gambino's very popular song, This Is America. And it was released last Friday, and I think it was very timely because today is Democracy Day here in Nigeria. And as it normally happens on Democracy Day, there's lots of conversation about where the country is now, where we've been, where we're coming from, and where we plan to go. So I think it was Falz's intention to release this video to stir up a lot of conversation, not necessarily controversy, but conversation. In the video, very much like Gambino's video, Falz talks about the ills of society and the challenges that Nigeria is facing. Challenges like corruption, questionable leadership, drug abuse, youth idleness, terrorism and ethnic violence, hard-handedness of police. Several issues were addressed in the video, and it was, dare I say, creatively done. Now, the reactions following Falz's video, This Is Nigeria, have been very divided, if anything. On the one hand, a lot of people think that the video was very creative and that Falz did a good job of highlighting the several challenges and issues that Nigeria is facing and has been facing for a few years. Whereas on the other hand, a lot of people don't see anything fantastic about the video and have been very critical about it. They feel like it's nothing creative, that Falz just copied and pasted the entire theme and process that Childish Gambino used in his video. And a lot of, even more people feel that Falz just talked about things that we all know, like corruption and ethnic violence and terrorism up north and drug abuse among our youth, that these are all things that we as Nigerians know about, we've known about and have been complaining about. That for Falz to just put it in a song and release it now is nothing but, maybe him trying to score cheap points. Now, before I go on, I need to say that on Sunday, Diddy reposted the video. I think he reposted 2 videos or 2 clips from the video. And as you'd imagine, when somebody like as big as Diddy with millions of followers talks about your video and reposts your video, it shines even more light on it. And that even, stirred up more conversation about Falz's video. Now, here's how I feel about the video and about those who are criticizing Falz's video, This Is Nigeria. First of all, I think it was brilliant and it was very well executed. Sure, it was a cover of Childish Gambino's video, and I don't think Childish Gambino had any problems with it. Trust me, if he did, that video would have been taken down and YouTube wouldn't have allowed that video to stay up as long as it has. I think Falz did a good job of touching on several societal problems that we have as Nigerians. Now, for those who are criticizing the video and have said things like, Falz didn't really say anything new or anything that we don't already know or haven't been complaining about for years in the video. Issues like corruption, police hard-handedness and brutality, terrorism, drug abuse from young people, that these are all things that we all know, big deal. For those people, what I will say is that regardless of the fact that we live with these problems, and these problems have been with us for decades. I mean, we've been tackling corruption and complaining about corruption in our country for decades, pretty much from the 70s. Because these things have been around for years does not mean we should be quiet about them. It does not mean that we should just fold our arms and let all these things continue to just run riot. Sure, Falz's video is not necessarily a solution, but it's something that would do what it's actually done. It would stir conversation, and hopefully from that conversation, solutions can emerge. And let me paint a picture for you, and for those of you who live in certain parts of Africa, you'll get this illustration. Imagine if on your street or in your area there had been no power for like 3 months, and you've complained and complained, and by this stage, everyone in the neighborhood knows that there is no power in the area, and the power company themselves, they're aware. If this has been going on for 3 months, what would you do? You just fold your arms and do nothing and stop complaining? No, you continue escalating the complaint up until it gets to the right quarters or to the right people who can actually effect the change, because odds are the issue or the problem is not beyond being solved. It just hasn't gotten to the right stage or point where someone takes a decision and gets people to do what needs to be done. And I think it's the same thing with Falz and this video, and repeatedly asking or just shedding light or drawing attention to the challenges and the issues that we are facing in Nigeria, even though we've been facing them for decades. Corruption remains wrong. The fact that we have poor power in our country is still, I don't know, it's still a mystery to us. The fact that we have so many idle young people who are turning to drug use to escape the reality of their situation is still a problem. It is a problem, but we have to continue talking about it up until we get solutions to it. Because when it comes to a lot of ills in society, especially corruption, corrupt people want nothing more than for those that they are oppressing and sidelining to just fold their arms and give up and just let corruption just run riot and just take the day. So we all need to continue talking and speaking up and thinking of how we can act or challenge those who are in the position to change things for the better, to do what needs to be done. Sometimes it's up to them, sometimes it's up to us. And I think that is what Falz was getting at with this video. And he has said as much in a few Instagram posts that we are all to act accordingly. After talking about it and, jib-jabbering about it, act accordingly, whether it's by getting your PVC, whether it's by educating yourself on, the electoral system and the candidates that are available for, that will run in the elections, whether it's by you deciding to run for elected office yourself, whatever the case may be, act accordingly, take action, because we are not helpless in our democracy. So that's how I feel about, Falz's video, This is Nigeria. Get the message from it. And let's all be more aware, let's be more proactive, and let's think about what we can do to change situations. I mean, if you are out there and you are corrupt, maybe this video will, challenge you or, appeal to your conscience for you to stop being corrupt. If, you abuse drugs, maybe this will get you to think more clearly or think about the import and the implications of what you're doing. We are not helpless in all this. We just need to think more deeply about our country, our actions, and what we can do to turn things around. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully, like I said, this will be a recurring theme. Every week I want to talk about how we can be better as citizens and how we can ask for better governance and better leadership from those who are in positions of leadership. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have an opinion about the topic, please leave it in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel as well. Thanks once again for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.